Good evening, dear listener. Tonight's episode of Moogle Go Round is not safe for work, not safe for family, not safe for children, and not safe for the elderly. Wear headphones.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 130 of Moogle Go Around Radio, and probably the last Moogle Go Around Radio. Nah, this is gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be fine. And we've got quite a lot of guests on, so we're gonna go through this intro as fast as possible. Paul, hi.
Hi, how's it going? You doing good?
How are you doing?
Good?
Yeah, I'm not bad, thank you. I've had a very busy week, though I can't talk about anything until October 13th. For anyone that knows, embargo stuff, blah, blah, blah. So, but that's been my week. How about you?
Embargo stuff, blah, blah, blah. Mine has just all been about getting back to, I'd say, not at peak health, but back to being a bit healthy. Obviously, from my trips to hospitals and all that, I have somewhat been a little bit better. I've been able to walk and, get out of bed. So that's a plus. Recovery is always key to coming back from hospitals and stuff. Other than that, yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm actually playing Final Fantasy a lot more now. That could just be that we've only got, 42 days left until Endwalker. So
I still need to buy my other copy of it. I bought a PC copy a while back when I was playing on PC, and then I moved back to PlayStation. I'm like, great, now I've got to buy a PlayStation. So,
now
still got
PlayStation.
Still got to buy my PlayStation copy.
Yeah, I pre-ordered mine I think for my birthday, because my mum got it for me for my birthday. So I was like, cool,
yeah,
that's good for me. So obviously I bought the expensive one because you got to buy the expensive one. You got to have all the doodads, But I wish I bought the expensive one, which came with a figure and all that.
I mean, it's kind of separate anyway. It wasn't with the game. The expensive figure one is just the figure and box of stuff, and then you bought the game separately.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that because obviously I play on Steam anyway, so I was going to probably do that anyway.
Yeah,
but
I did buy that version though, so
the statue would have been cool, paladin. Yeah, I wish it got to let you choose the race of the statue. I thought it would have been cool.
Because then my edition would be cheaper because it'd be a Lalafell.
Yeah, it'd be a Lalafell. And more expensive. You'd be a Rogadin, or a Catman. Not Catman. What are they called?
Hrothgar?
Hrothgars, that's it, Hrothgars. Yeah. Big ones. But unfortunately, we're going to have to cut our little segment talk. We've got
3 wonderful guests that I'm really looking forward to chatting to be honest. There was a bit of pre-show, actually.
Yeah, we only paid them for an hour, so...
Yeah, we can't afford too much.
You can't afford too much, not on this podcast salary.
No.
It's not enough,
But no, we have... They're starting up the podcast. I'm not sure exactly. We'll talk to them in a bit about when the first episode goes live. But they are a wonderful bunch of people that... We were a little bit of chat just before. You can go check out the VOD on Twitch if you want to listen to that. We've got the Warriors of Lust, which, by the way, I love the logo. That logo is perfect.
Great asset.
Well, we think that logo would look wonderful tattooed on just about anybody. And yes, we are the Warriors of Lust. My name is Callie Page, the enemy of innocence, and along with me, we have our other Warriors of Lust, the insatiable Jiraku Drake, and the temptress of fate herself, Serena Hima.
It's wonderful to be here. I'm Jiraku Drake, and I'm here to tell you that we have already successfully got Chili and Paul into such a state that they spent that long trying to calm down doing the intro, trying to think about how they're going to put this all back together and get this back on track, and there are no tracks tonight.
No, we've moved the denim, that's for sure.
And I'm Serena. It's wonderful to be here. I greatly appreciate the opportunity. Hopefully we don't get kicked out again.
Yeah, well, we've been kicked out of a couple places. That has happened. You're not wrong. But listen, they said they're paying us by the hour. We're all used to working hourly, right?
Or more, but yes.
Well, usually by the evening, more like it. You're right.
Well, thank you for giving us a wonderful discount of an hourly one then. I would love to know more about you before we start talking about anything else. If you want to go one by one to talk about each other.
Absolutely. I'll start us off. My name, as I said before, is Callie Page. I have been, let's see, how long have I been fighting the forces of darkness and evil? Seems like it's been an eternity at this point. But listen, it all gets a little stale eventually. You go out in the world, you get your lance out, you work it in your hands, your enemy falls before you, and you do all sorts of unspeakable things to them. Eventually, you find other things to do. You go home, you pay your bills, you pay your taxes, and of course, you swing by the brothel and perform all night long. And that's where you will meet the one and only Callie Page. So it is lovely to meet you all.
I find performance to be the greatest thing, the most important thing that there is in the world, really, if you think about it. And
Do you
my
mean performance on a stage or performance in bed?
I said the word performance. I chose that very specifically because
Fair
it's
enough.
very broad. And I would just like to say that I am not missing and in fact quite loving the trill in our host's voice. It's going wonderful. Like a violin string. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Well, as said, my name is Serena. I like to expand my knowledge on all sorts of topics, I should say. So it's rather exciting to meet new people and see what makes them tick, in a sense.
Yes, Serena has always proven quite good at knowing how to make me tick.
Oh, it's a skill I have earned and acquired along with explosions.
No, you had it right the first time. Explosioning.
Explosioning.
Yeah, no, you got
Uh,
it. You got it. You're good.
It's a noun.
So you could
So
say
thank-
most people you've dealt with a ticking time bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they only last so long.
Oh, yes.
I myself have seen myself as a 2-second wonder.
You know, we call that a cheap date.
I call that 5 minutes in a trailer.
Paul,
there's
you are a lovely Vise. I gotta tell you.
There's a reason people buy fireworks.
Yeah.
Ooh and ah.
Sometimes you just want something really pretty fast.
Yeah.
Gonna be breaking speed limits.
the laws of physics.
Well, as I said on my application to the brothel, no limits.
That's good. So, can we know more about what you guys and girls do?
But of course, so the Warriors of Lust podcast is getting ready to kick off here. We'll be recording our pilot actually later tonight, as a matter of fact. We will be kicking off the show proper here in the month of November in the lead up and release of Endwalker, right on time for that, since there is a whole crop of new players coming into the game, all of them, well, not all of them, but many of them joining the role play community. We thought it would be so fitting to get this show off the ground in time to help welcome our new brothers and sisters, and if you're not into incest, friends and family. Oh no, I guess that's back to incest. Never mind. We're going to welcome them all back into the role play community, and we have lots of things that we want to talk about, in addition to, of course, thirsting over the many beautiful denizens of Eorzea. We'll also be doing some more important discussions like consent in the roleplay space, the age of majority in Eorzea, a topic that Square Enix has wisely never touched. So we'll talk about it instead. And after that, you'll either hate us or love us.
We're unwise enough to touch damn near anything.
I wouldn't say unwise.
We're brave enough to touch damn near anything.
Exactly.
With any real part of us, actually.
You have the brave, I'll have the unwise.
There we go.
I mean, unwise is just something you haven't learned yet. So,
That's true.
You gotta experience it to learn it. Otherwise,
I
I
how do you
learned
know-
once, and it was terrible.
I learned
Ah.
once, and then I was in a clinic.
Ah,
Never again.
I just think you need a better teacher. That's all.
Yeah, I heard that once, and that's how I wound up in a night with a Rothgar. He was very large.
oh my!
Yeah. Have you ever been pulled inside out? I have.
Yes.
It's like a glove, really.
Yeah, exactly. You pull hard enough, it'll come out.
You just gotta ease into it.
Right, of course.
Oh, I'm down bad. COVID has got me thinking all types of fucking ways. God
I
damn.
think that's the reason.
God damn.
Yeah.
That is the whole bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you're out there thinking, man, I hope the jokes start getting better from these three, yeah, I wouldn't hope for that much longer.
No. It's
I
what
will let you
expected.
know. No, please go on, Chili.
No,
You're the host.
that's what I was about to say. I just finished. That's what I was expecting. So-
Well, we're happy to live up to expectations.
You cannot accuse us of false advertising.
No,
it's in
we
your
are
name.
exactly what we pitched. The
Oh
show
my God,
is
there's-
pitched as... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, the show is pitched as the gayest, thirstiest show in Eorzea, and damn it, we're going to live up to that.
I mean, haven't you seen us?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are real gay and real thirsty.
I brought a ladder to climb over that bar.
There you go.
I think you'll need like oh my gosh, what is that thing called?
Dildo.
Jetpack.
No. Okay, yeah. Well, jetpack would work if you have one, have access to one. That would definitely work.
I have no idea where that would happen.
What the
Escalator?
I lost the word.
Are you trying to think of a word to climb over something tall?
Yes.
Pogo
it's a-
stick.
It's
Still, like, I don't know. Well,
there's a ladder. There's a ladder, and there's something above a ladder, which like
cherry
has
picker.
like stairs, and like you can walk on like little platform.
An escalator?
That's not. I don't know.
Step
No,
ladder?
escalator. No,
That's
It's taller-
smaller than a ladder.
it's smaller than a ladder. Oh,
A step ladder? What are you talking about?
I don't know any.
Scaffolding.
A scaffolding. Yes, a scaffolding.
There we go.
That's the word.
That's the
I
word
wasn't
of the
rifling
week.
through a thesaurus, I
Scaffolding.
promise.
You had to open up the
Scaffolding.
thesaurus. I should have opened up mine. Oh, God.
AKA what I'm going to need to climb up there and kiss Jiraku on the mouth.
Oh my God.
I'm a Lalafell.
You're
I need
so
it for
tall,
everyone.
Jiraku. Yeah, that's true. Jiraku, you're so tall.
Height's important.
I'm
Part
Yeah.
of performance.
Yeah.
People often ask
Endurance.
me, why do I play Lalafell? And I will easily tell anyone the real truth, and it's because I really like tall women.
Because
so-
being picked up and handled is fun.
So being a Lalafell, everyone's tall. It's like a
That's
cheat code.
It's like a
Yes,
cheat
I snoo
code.
snoo.
Definitely snoo.
So what is the input for that particular cheat code?
Up, down, down.
Chan.
A, B, Wallet Chan, Fantasia, Lalafell, Midnight.
There you go.
Well,
Alternatively, you could just /sit. Then when you look up at anyone, they're always tall too.
That's true.
Yeah, but you can't move while you're doing that.
Ephemeral,
You can't,
or
Why would you wanna
walk
move?
around.
or you just find a max height femro.
Well, that's a happy day for anybody involved. We
Yeah.
had one of those come into the brothel the other night, and listen, you're not supposed to fight over the patronage, but she was mine.
They get me moister than an oyster, you know?
I kind of want that. I'm gonna put that as a note. I want that as the episode title.
All I can
Moister
think
than an
is
oyster?
Terry Crews from-
Moister.
All I can think of is Terry Crews from White Chicks licking the oysters. These big ass.
Did you not like my term?
I love it.
That's all
I love it
They
so
gotta
much.
be. When
It has to be our episode title.
Oh, okay. Well, flattered.
It's dangerous to say something's the episode title so early in because you just
I know.
face the stakes.
That's good because we can only get better or worse,
I
Oh,
do,
no,
I
it can get
do,
worse.
which could be better.
I do want to point out that there is one thing that is very important and very vital that we'll be covering on our podcast that I don't believe was already brought up.
Okay.
And it's that a lot of the people listening will have misconceptions about things,
Yes.
such as thinking that Estinian is hot. And I feel a need to enlighten the unenlightened about who the best and the worst. What's the term they use in Doma?
Little son.
Waif?
I
Wait.
almost just said stinky.
Waifu. Waifu?
Waifu.
Waifu?
Waifu.
I
The
mean,
best
I don't know, the
waifus.
hipster waifs in Doma,
My
maybe.
favorite withus.
Actually, thinking about that, do you know how Estinians put his hair in a ponytail? Do you think he does that because he's got a small dick?
No, he's doing that so that Imrek can hang on.
Ah, okay.
Or anyone in general. And so he doesn't get stuff in his hair.
See, I
Yeah.
thought he was doing it because he doesn't know what a bath is. And he's just tying it up to get it out of the way so that no one...
I mean,
He doesn't have to worry about people realizing how horrendous his hair is. Just terribly unkempt.
Do you
mean,
know
it
how
makes-
hard it is to get semen out of hair?
I mean,
Very.
his
Yes.
hair's white, so maybe you could try and blend it
Are
in.
you really asking me that question?
No.
I mean, Estinian's hair is white, right? Maybe just like says
Yeah.
it's gel.
It's actually brown.
Yeah, but then it gets brittle.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
so
you need
unclean,
to-
nobody cares.
I mean, he is an Ellison. That is true.
That's why he forces everyone away. So
Remember the
Looks
fact
like
that I guess Heaven's Ward spoilers here, but remember after you killed the dragon, he was covered in blood for like a lot of cutscenes. He did not go wash that outfit.
Yeah, it turns out that that no one thought maybe that was important. Like, I get it that it was supposed to have stained like the armor red, but no, he just wasn't taking it. He just wasn't cleaning his armor.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's really not that hard. It's just soap and water. I have it on good authority that at the very least the concept is known of in Ishgard somewhere.
Well, I would assume the nobles at least bathe, right?
Now, to be clear, the reason why I'm certain that the concept exists there is I maybe dropped a bunch of books on the subject on accident all over the city with the hope of doing public service for them.
Is this why you're not allowed back? Is this why we can't do a show there? Because they said no. I asked. I tried to see if we could do a live recording in Ishgard, and they said no.
That's not the whole reason.
What's the whole reason?
Sometimes you don't put things places where they're not supposed to be.
I have never once heard that, nor do I believe it's true.
What
The
if you bite?
Ishgardians do, and that's the problem.
Hmm.
You gotta remember the Ishgardians are very religious, so they probably
Oh yeah, they get on
Ah.
their knees every week and thank Colony.
they thank something.
Do you think if we went there and called them all daddy, they'd be upset, or just the priests?
I think it's not just the priests, but I think it's specifically the Temple Knights, but only because they have that hierarchy thing going, and they'd probably be like, "No, that's Amaric."
So you don't like Estinian? Where's your stance on Amaric?
I think that there are more hideous Ellison that exist, but I think that few are more hideous in personality without being outright abominable. It's like, what's my opinion of eating dry crackers?
Draco, I got to tell you, I don't know if your opinions are going to be very popular on our show.
I'm not a very popular person. That's okay.
That's not what I've seen.
No.
Dracula.
I'm popular where it counts.
I've got a
fair
question
enough.
though. What it depends. That also depends on the brand of cracker. Like I know here in England, Paul, Jacobs. I don't mind eating them dry actually because they're like they've got like butter infused into the cracker itself, so that they're like cream crackers. So not too bad.
That must be like
So-
club crackers here.
Yeah.
Cream
So-
crackers.
Yeah.
My
That
mind
that's what
went to
stuck
the
out
same
to me.
place.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
As long as the word you use isn't soggy.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Oh no.
Ugh.
Indeed.
I think
Yeah,
you just made everyone grossed out in this chat.
Yeah, soggier than between Serena's legs. Anyway,
And that
Jiraku
would
makes
be
a very good point.
biscuit in England.
We are going to be doing some segments that you wouldn't normally hear on a Final Fantasy XIV podcast because there are many Final Fantasy XIV podcasts out there covering many important topics, but we couldn't help but feel as members of the ERP community that some of the topics that are important to us have gone sadly underrepresented. And so we thought it was time that we go ahead and just tackle them ourselves. On the pilot episode that we're getting ready to record tonight, we're going to be doing the thirst down so we can count down some of the people who make us thirst the most inside the world of Final Fantasy XIV. And we're also going to be discussing how to start role-playing in Final Fantasy XIV. If you're out there and you've always wanted to be an RPer, and I mean, all three of you that are like us out there who aren't already doing it, you can learn from us how to, create a backstory and how to find someone to role-play with, and how that your intro to how that community works, because it can be daunting if you've never approached it before. If you're out there and you feel like the extent of role playing in Final Fantasy XIV is going into the quicksand and seeing a cat girl getting railed over a table, it's way more than that. I mean, that's a fun part of it, but it's way more than that. And we'll also talk about whether that's appropriate or not on our consent episode.
I mean, as long as it's got consent. I mean, yes.
Chili has all of the restraint of a mousetrap.
It's true.
So you put out a piece of cheese and that's it?
I'm pretty sure that's all it takes.
I was gonna say one touch and they're broken.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Look, once you're done, you can hide me in the handbag. That's the benefit of being a Lalafell.
Jiraku, I'm looking over our outline for today's episode, and so we're doing the thirst down, and we're talking about who in Eorza you're thirsty for. How come I have no idea who your person is? How did you go so eclectic in your selection? I mean, I guess I remember them, but really?
I didn't. I don't. I have a very.
I have refined, high-class tastes. If you wanted me to tell you that Ishtola is hot, I may as well tell you that the sun will rise tomorrow. I am here.
I believe you did tell me that on your interview.
I did. That's true.
Listen.
I believe it's important that if we are doing this as a kindness to people listening to us, which I feel this is ultimately a good thing that we are doing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that it is important that we not simply repeat what everyone would already know. And if you want to know how correct I am and how good my opinions are and how I have the best taste in who to be thirsty about, do check our pilot episode in November.
So the pilot episode will be releasing actually later on in October.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's recording tonight, but it'll actually be releasing here. My hope is to have it out by the time Escalia goes to get married. So that would be the 23rd. I'm hoping to have it out that weekend, the kind of third week of October.
Well, that goes to show how aware of what's going on around me I am on a daily basis.
Well, I mean, you haven't had internet in like 3 days. Now, I understand that the cable guy might be showing up during the show tonight.
I would absolutely love if that were the case.
So
I'll invite him on.
Yeah, if he does show up, you need to invite him on so we can ask him some serious questions.
Yeah.
About consent and cable.
I mean, I don't really want to ask a cable guy's opinion on consent, but sure.
And the sturdiness of a test.
As long as he consents, then we're good.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
When's the last time any of us didn't consent to something?
I think a few years ago,
when I lost my virginity,
someone gave me a sandwich
I was drunk.
that I was allergic to, and I wasn't happy about that. That must be the last time.
Are you suggesting the last time that you didn't consent to something was when you were given a sandwich that you were allergic to?
Yeah, something like that.
That
Hey,
seems about right.
my last
Not
unconsent was the same sort of thing, where I was told to try and eat something, and then that food had peas in it, which I'm allergic to.
Yeah,
Goodness
Queenstown
gracious.
Radio assassination attempt.
They also recorded all of it.
Yeah, yeah. Once you used that, didn't you, for the entertainment? Make the monkey dance. I see how it's going over there, isn't it?
So yes, it's already been dropped in the chat, but you can check out our podcast, warriorsoflustpodcast.podbean.com. And by the way, Chili, thank you for the suggestion for using Podbean.
No
It was
problem.
super simple and easy and effective.
Yeah, I've been using
Cut
it
the
for
check,
years.
Podbean.
Yeah.
And just broadly speaking, thank you for having us. It's always a blast.
Yeah.
You are my favorite circular podcast.
Would you guys like Chardre brought up a story that I would love. I would love to have you have a little laugh if you want. It's a very embarrassing story about me and childhood. Okay.
I love embarrassing stories.
We'll all share an embarrassing story.
Chardre posted a little segment from a podcast a while back, which, by the way, we have to get the emote done still eventually. But I was born in the south of England. For anyone that doesn't know, I have a severe allergy to nuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was a kid, we moved up to the north of England, where I am now. But because of that, I had to transfer schools. As you can understand, I moved from one side of the country to the other.
Right.
Now, they weren't exactly the most delicate about this allergy, because while I was in school, I was forced to wear a sign that said "No nuts."
Oh my gosh. Well, I will say this: if I were allergic to nut, I don't know how I would get through my job on a day in day out basis.
Every day.
Yeah, that would ruin my day. Oh my gosh, I just realized, Serena, Jiraku, we are releasing the show in November. We are about to ruin people's No Nut November.
Yes.
That's true, we are.
We need to have a counter that people can send in if we ruined their No Nut November, and we'll just pick it up.
Well,
I'm sorry, but
isn't Square Enix going to take that, because that's when Endwalker comes out? I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it
depends on when that podcast comes out. Yeah,
That's true.
They're in cahoots.
Our podcast is supposed to be releasing. Let's see. The first episode should be releasing on Sunday, November the 14th, and the second episode on the 28th. So one right before Endwalker and one after.
I need to find a new husband or a waifu for FF, because right now I just don't have one at all.
So that's the thing. Actually, I wanted to ask you, because I would never ask you to break embargo, and I think people who do are absolutely scummy. But here is something that I want to say. Obviously, we've had Shadowbringers out for a while, and we've had Stormblood, and before that, we had Heaven's Ward. And over the course of those games, we've met many people that myself and Serena find extremely worthy of alone time every night at. And here's the thing: I'm going raw right now. Like I've had these same characters going. I just would ask you, as we move into ongoing expansions, is there going to be fresh material?
I don't know what I can say, but I feel like this will be okay if I say, because they're just NPCs that have no names. I'm going to go with yes.
All right, we're good. That's all I need to know. I don't want to make you risk everything. I just need a simple, you're going to have fresh material to work with. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're not risking it for the nut.
No, exactly.
So yeah, you will find out October 13th. Though chances are this episode will go out at the same time anyway on Podbean. But people watch it on Twitch, so I can't talk about it anyway. But
of course.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of the show. We're going to try to keep it as fun and lighthearted as we can, but we also want to hit on some really important topics. I know I mentioned earlier that we're going to have, I think, the most difficult discussion that maybe a Final Fantasy XIV podcast has ever had to have, as we talk about age of consent and age of majority in Final Fantasy XIV, a topic that Square Enix has wisely never touched with a 10-foot pole, because it would benefit them in absolutely no way ever to talk about it. So they don't. But we, as part of the Final Fantasy XIV ERP and RP community, it is a topic that will come up for us from time to time, and you do see a lot of discourse about it because people, apply their real world things to it or don't. And we thought it made a lot of sense for us to talk about it on our show. I don't know if the three of us are going to have a lot of agreement on that episode, but it's going to be wild.
The disagreement really just makes it more fun.
Oh, hopefully. Yeah, I guess we all just agree that would be a good show.
Imagine how boring it would be if we just sat in a circle saying something and then nodding over it in silence.
Yeah, it adds a little bit of flavor.
I was going to say, yeah, imagine how boring it would be if we all just had a big circle jerk, but actually...
I was going to say that as well, so don't
worry.
worry.
About that. I'd be about that,
I don't think that's boring, but...
A circle fat. Well, that's quiet now.
Is that the round in Moogle Go Round?
Sure.
The ring?
You've learned it now, everyone.
You've learned the true reason. The true reason.
Serena, we're all sitting in my house right now in game as we reach out via Link Pearl, of course. And I can't help but notice you brought your son. You brought your son to this recording?
Listen, he doesn't know what we're saying.
I just, oh boy. I mean, listen.
Don't judge me. He doesn't know what we're saying.
Well, I know. I understand. I sent my daughters out for the evening. I thought maybe it would be best they don't see their mom do this job. That said,
he doesn't know much.
I mean,
he just sneezes.
He is a gooboo, I guess. I guess it's not that big a deal.
He just sneezes and T-poses and scares the shit out of me sometimes.
When he just shows up out of nowhere?
Yeah, I thought he was a spider once. I almost hit him with my heel.
Okay, so I promised that we would all, since Chili had to share an embarrassing story, I promised that we would too. So I've got an embarrassing story. This takes me back a ways ago, and actually it's going to bring us full circle to a comment from a few minutes ago, because there was one time I was having a very busy night. I'd actually had a great night, one of my highest paying nights ever in this game. And, one of my clientele was thoroughly, I would say, appreciative of my services for the evening. And as I replied to them, well, I'm so glad you enjoyed yourself, dear. I'm sorry for coming in your hair. I realized my Link Pearl was still turned on, and everybody saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Any other
Did they at least get it out of the hair?
Oh, I don't know. I never saw them again.
The hair's the worst part, though. It gets so sticky and messy. It's not good. And
no amount of shampoo is going to take care of it. You just got to wait a little while. It's a pain.
I mean, if you get a fine enough comb.
You have a supplier for that? Somewhere I could get a fine enough comb? Because I have yet to find one.
No.
With hair like this, you have to.
Oh my gosh, with the hair.
Oh.
Somehow we managed to find the one guy in the world more into their hair than us.
I mean,
it's lonely at the top, but I'm happy to be here.
Oh boy.
I
mean, it is gorgeous, to be fair.
Someone on Twitch has just asked us, will the Warriors of Lust podcast be recorded live on Twitch or have a visual element to it?
Good question. So in season 1, it will not. In season 1, it will be an audio show that we all record, although we are doing our best to record it live from various points across Eorzea. We supposedly we've heard from the Drowning Wench. They have agreed to allow us to record episode 1 inside the Drowning Wench, so we're going to at least attempt to do that. That said, we have kind of a long, sad history of getting to places and then being told we're not allowed to perform there. So we see how that goes. In season 2, yes, it is our hope that in season 2 we will record the show live. But as this is our first time doing a show together, we wanted to do our first season in the privacy of our own recording studio while we get to know each other and get the chemistry built up. And hopefully in further seasons, we will be doing the show live for you all to watch because, well, we are all very fun to look at. So why not have a visual element?
And I mean, this way you have something to look forward to. You can't show everything all at once.
Yeah.
I have never once believed that to be true, but fair enough.
Pacing, darling.
No casting prematurely here.
But I hate waiting.
Hmm. That's the fun, though.
Swiftcast has no place in the bedroom.
Only
We need to
triple
get that on a
cast.
We should get that on a t-shirt.
Swiftcast has no place in the bedroom.
I like it.
I like that. I would wear that. As a black mage, I would wear that.
I'd wear that as any job.
True, very true, very true.
I'd wear that very briefly.
Yeah. Listen, you don't get Draco Drake in your room with the intention of him keeping his clothes on.
True.
Yeah.
It's the nature of the beast. Chili is more than a little bit acquainted with
Yeah.
Oh my!
Yeah.
the concept, at the least.
Yes, I have experienced it. Yes.
You've experienced Draco undressing.
Haven't I? I think I have.
Oh my!
There's no thinking. You would remember. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I mean, from Chili's perspective, it would have been a straight look up. That might not have been,
That's true.
You know, I have to get my step stool out so I can see the rest.
Scaffolding. A scaffolding. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Just
that would be
climb
awkward
it.
carrying. Yeah, that's what he said afterwards as well.
With a long enough rope and a grapple hook, you too could enjoy the view.
You could just climb it.
I mean, climbing's half the fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. This is...
So, I was
this
just gonna say. So we're here. We're about what now? You said 40-some days away from Endwalker. I asked this realizing that you have to be super careful about what you say. But what are you most looking forward to, just as a person? Like, and Serena, I'd love to hear from you, and Draco too. Yeah, outside of the spoilers that you have been so courteously granted, just as a player in general, what are you most looking forward to as we get towards Endwalker?
I'm looking forward to seeing how the story ends. Because this is the last part of the Heidelin and Zodiac storyline, I'm interested to see what Yoshi P will be able to do afterwards. Because right now, the storyline is based off a draft from 1.0. All of this is still 1.0's draft. So it's going to be interesting to see, once he gets a clean slate, what he will be able to do. So that's my...
I like it.
And I want to punch things because those blitzes look absolutely delightful.
Yep, that would be nice. I got some more pole dancing I'm going to get to do in combat. I'm very excited about that. I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most. I mean, listen, I've heard in Charland they don't wear very many clothes all the time, so I'd like to check that out.
I'm looking forward to more powerful fire.
More powerful fire.
Well, yes, from what I saw during the live letter.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I mean, more Xenos, of course.
Oh my goodness! So you
Fire and ice.
Can't
have
help myself.
I know you have something of an obsession with Xenos, and I was meaning to talk to you about this. He's evil.
And
He's very
Because he's
evil.
and
Doesn't mean he can't be sexy.
I mean,
and
he is sexy. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying I'm not. Does he strike you as being particularly interested in your form or in your combat form?
he could break me like a twig, and I would be happy.
Well,
I just
I'm sure
want
he
to
would
point
too.
out that I don't trust any man who feels the need to wear a codpiece.
Hmm. I
don't
can
know.
let that go. He is so ginormous. Just think
I
about
guess-
it.
In fairness, he's on the battlefield. There's a lot of shrapnel going around, and one stray chunk of metal.
But have
You
you
wanna
ever seen
protect
him
stuff.
without it?
No, I really haven't, and it is very pronounced.
Didn't we? I thought, when he was, well, technically his body we saw, where he was robed.
Mhm.
We see it
When
then,
you're dead, it doesn't count.
Okay.
The only time they get to take off
That's
the
true of a
top
lot of things, really, if you think
after
about
you
it.
expire. Yeah, it doesn't count.
Listen, I just can't help it. He is a tall man who wields a weapon well.
That's like 90%
You
of
say
this
well.
game.
And
Fair point. So where do you stand on Emmett Selk then? Another villain.
I also love him very much.
Okay, how about La Habrea?
Mm,
You need
Not so big on
character
lava
for-
bread.
whatever. It depends on the form. Like whose body he's taken over.
Do you think he
I mean, that's
is
cheating,
okay?
really. Because that'd be
Alright.
like
Huh?
any Asian then. Because like, that's any Asian if it has to be what body is taken. I mean, then you're
So-
falling for Thancred.
So on that point, then, important question for everybody: who's the top and who's the bottom? Lava bread or Thancred?
La Habrea. Thancred's the bottom, of course.
Yeah,
I feel like
totally.
they'd switch.
You think
I feel
there'd be
like they'd be
switches, really?
Yeah.
Mm,
Because I feel like
no.
Thancred would be bottom most of the time, but he seems to be the type of person that likes to have an ego. So occasionally would be top just so that he could like say that to people.
I think Thancred wants to tell people that he's a top.
Yeah.
I think Thancred then in that form would be a power bottom.
Oh.
Mhm. Likes to act all tough, but definitely not a top.
I could see that. Draku, what's your stance on it?
My stance is that I believe that Thancred is the sort who would be a bottom for anyone but La Habrea. Because there's too much
Really?
anger in him. There's too much aggression there. It's not
Okay.
enough to be the more passive kind of thing like that, with that specifically. That is some hateful fucking.
Oh, well, listen, there is a very fine line between hatred and lust, and it's a line I like to think I explore every day of my life.
I walk it daily when I think of Xenos.
Ah,
Can't think of mine. She's dead.
There are tightrope walkers with less poise and grace than you stride that line.
I know.
I appreciate the
Honesty?
just readily just immediate enthusiasm with that one.
listen, I walk the line. Serena is bound Shibari style by it.
Exactly.
It's really the greatest invention Doma ever came up with, if you think about it.
Shibari,
It
I
is.
agree.
Yes.
Have you tried it? Oh,
No.
never mind.
What do you mean? Yes, of course I've tried it.
No, I meant like suspended wise too, but
Well, yeah.
good.
Is there a better way?
Hmm.
Oh, there's shot 2.
Depends on how skilled the one doing the tying is, really.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're someone who doesn't know how to tie ropes, first of all, you should have paid for a
Terrifying.
better service. Yeah, that's terrifying.
You should have checked their credentials first and foremost.
Ah, yes. Let's see if they have their Shibari license.
This is why professionals exist. You go somewhere to
Yeah.
be properly tied Shibari. You don't ask some stranger off the street.
Exactly.
If some lady comes out of the back alley and says, "Hey, you want to let me tie you up?" You say no.
I hit her with my shoe.
Listen, a slut I may be, but safety first.
Exactly.
This rationality is most unbecoming of you.
Which one?
You need to have adventurous encounters sometimes. That's what makes life so enjoyable.
Listen, if I wake up gutted in a back alley, those are the end of my fucking days. So no.
Well, if you wake up gutted in a back alley, then clearly you're immortal because you woke up and you're gutted. Just put it back in. You've learned something important about yourself.
That's fair. That's fair. Listen, I'm gonna make a killing as a snuff actress.
Just reassemble yourself.
I think you won that particular little game of chicken we were playing. I can't top snuff actress.
I win most games of chicken.
Yes.
Yes.
Paul,
What?
I would like you to weigh
Where?
in on
When?
something for me, if you would.
Okay.
How much vodka have you had tonight?
That is not exactly what I was going to ask, but it is relevant.
Okay, good.
About half a liter.
All right, well, you're about halfway there then.
Kind of been chilling there.
And what is that in real people measurements? I'm unfamiliar with your Ireland way.
Yeah, how many onzas and ponzas is that?
No. Ponzes is weight. Onzes is, or wait, no,
volume?
isn't that?
No, onzas. No, it's ounces, right?
Yeah.
Ounces.
It's 17.5975, says
Says
Mystic
Google.
Words.
We should have just asked for how many gallons it is. That's the only thing we know, dumb Americans.
Okay.
Oh, so
Math is not my strong suit.
No. What is your strong suit?
Electric
Just say
blue.
dick.
Gallons 0.19985.
That is a lot of booze.
Uh,
Never Any Pizza wants to know what they've joined in on.
A porno, apparently.
it's porn,
Or
basically.
talking porno. Yeah, it's basically electric porn.
We're experimenting to find out, among other things, if Twitch will ban Moogle Go Round finally. This is our assassination attempt on the podcast. It's all been a long con to try to get rid of this lovely show. I can't even really stick to pretending that. You guys are just so wonderful, so delightful. How could I ever hope for the death of such a wonderful show?
Well, since you're... I don't know.
I'm sure there's some people out there.
There are some people.
Marcus Kyler is quoting the last person to push up against my cervix and saying, "Push the barriers."
That definitely pushes the barriers.
we're
Please don't tell me you responded to them with throw wide the gate.
I love that.
God damn it, Chili.
I would say she just said deeper, but
Yeah,
Have
that's
to be
basically what
more
she said.
melodramatic.
Listen, if it's not moving my organs around, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
Much like an aged church, sometimes organs have to be moved around.
I think science
Wow.
disagrees with, but okay.
So I'm sorry, Draco, you had a question for Paul. My bad.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. The question I had for Paul has completely evaporated.
I'm sure it was
That's
a great question,
okay.
though.
I
So
am
you need my
sure it was
kidneys.
nowhere near as good as that.
Just like the alcohol that he had has now evaporated.
Give it a few more minutes. I'm sure it will.
Magically.
I mean, I'm getting hot enough, so possibly,
Good to know we're doing our job.
Right. I was going to. This has nothing to do with the podcast, but I was going to ask. This isn't the question I had earlier, but between the two of you, who do you think is able to drink more?
Oh, because I don't drink.
Because Chili doesn't drink.
Right. Oh, yeah. I knew that. And I completely forgot.
So, yeah.
Just taking one sip, I would win.
If I remember right, Paul, aren't you a, what's the term? The people that throw me out of nightclubs.
I was
Bouncer.
bouncer, yeah.
Right, yes. Is that still what you're doing?
No. I lost that job just before COVID.
Oh.
Christmas before that, I would say. So 2019's Christmas before that, I was fired because they had to. Basically the owner had to pick between me or his son. So family comes first. Understandable.
What a rotten Christmas gift.
Yeah, but then I went to Japan. So
What an awesome Christmas gift.
That's a pretty great Christmas gift.
So the money I saved, I went to
So
Japan with.
while you were in Japan, did anyone tie you up?
I wish they did. No, I was a bit too big for that.
I mean, not if you
Someone's
get good
No
rope.
such thing.
Just get
Someone
quality
broke out the
rope.
shibari and looked at you over and was like, never mind.
I mean, I hit my head on a lot of doors.
I mean, I understand that pain.
But no, I had a great time there. A lot of drinking, but then I came back and obviously I had medical problems. I
Oh.
now have lymphedema. Yay!
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Legs fun. Swollen shit in my legs. As it's basically protein in your legs. So think of it as sperm, but in my legs. You know. So that's what
In
it
your
basically is.
legs.
I'd rather not.
Everybody, Serena, I've got lymphotummy.
I have lymphotongue.
Yeah, so that's what basically it is. It's just a bunch
Lympho
of protein in my leg that it's controlled by lymph nodes. And recently, obviously, I've been in hospital for last week, having a biopsy and all that. I'm back now. It was fun.
We hope
Other than
everything
not
went
eating.
okay.
It went
Yeah.
fine. I'm just waiting for results at this point. As my mum says, if I get results this week, that means I'm definitely dead and having cancer. Or if I get nothing at all for the next couple of weeks, then that means I must be good.
Oh, well, that sounds like the worst week ever.
That's why he invited us on.
I mean, this is why I paid for an hour, you know.
To have some fun.
Well, listen,
Yes.
if that don't kill you, the aneurysm we give you will.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's been
Come on,
fun. It's very. We're not sure how to chat, but I'm enjoying this, whatever this is.
Well, we're always eager to please. Speaking of pleasing, Serena, do you like being held by the horns or no?
That's a good question.
I've heard
You
them
should
referred
know
to as
this
handlebars.
answer. It is yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I can't have horns, but that's why I've got the side pony.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like it when people hold my ears, but you know, that's just me.
I mean, ears are very sensitive.
My weakness is my hair. Seriously, as soon as some soft hands in my hair, I'm done.
Oh, jeez, that's what you get up to when you get your hair cut. I get off when you have a haircut.
There's a lot of people in chat who are like, I did not expect to learn this much about people tonight.
Oh, everyone knew this about Chili. He goes, has his hair cut. Not so much about the hair thing. That's new. He goes to have his hair cut and then gets a KFC straight after.
Yeah, it's great.
So now he knows why. That's why he gets the KFC after. He has to get the energy back.
I love it.
KFC is your go-to with that.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't drink?
Is there? I just got to make sure. KFC still means Kentucky Fried Chocobo, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
just checking.
Yeah. It's good.
I could go for some fried chocobo right now.
Oh.
I mean, I could probably. I was really wanting to get a job back into being a bouncer, but there's just no good places anymore. Obviously, with COVID being shut down, so like everything shut down. I guess I could move to America and get maybe a brothel job. Obviously, just being security. I wouldn't mind that actually. That sounds good.
Well, as one longtime brothel worker, I will say we do appreciate our bouncers.
I don't think I'm ever, for the whole of my life, ever going to get over the terrible, terrible, terrible urge to giggle at the word bouncer.
I mean, it could be amazing about things. Because of my size, I could probably bounce very well on the floor.
Me too.
I have done. You know, I've got into a fight or I fell down. I just bounced back up. Great.
Ah, yes, combat. That's definitely what I was referring to.
That's what we
Definitely
meant.
what all three of us were thinking.
That's what we were all thinking about. Not
Right?
mounted position. Of course not.
Exactly.
I mean, many men and women have bounced on my belly and lifted tail, so it's fine.
I was just like listening to you talk about that. I was just concerned for some people's pelvises.
I have drunkenly fell asleep on someone, and they had to try and get out.
Take it from me, when your pelvis is in danger is when it's the best.
Now I'm
Second hardest bone in the body to shatter.
Kilograms. Let's think of that. So
What did you say?
I'm 167 kilograms.
Oh, okay.
Now I don't know.
Is a kilogram more or less than a pound? I don't know.
Kilogram is more than a pound.
Okay.
So let's go to pounds for you.
What is that
I
in
am
real people
300
measurements?
I am 368 pounds.
Got it.
And
how
he
tall?
means the weight, not money. By the way, for anyone in England.
I wish I had 368 pounds. I wouldn't be here. Be
That's
buying
got to be
stuff.
so confusing. How do you? Okay, well, because you don't measure things in pounds.
No,
okay, yeah.
we measure it in kgs.
Well, you measure
Stones.
money.
Stone.
So you measure money in pounds and weight in kilos
No,
and
weight in
sometimes
stones.
stone.
weight in stones.
What's the
Stone/kilo.
difference?
So we measure. Okay,
Kilograms
so
is-
we
Yeah. Sorry,
we
Ken.
measure weight in pounds. We do money in dollars, and we do drugs in kilos.
Yeah, we do.
I thought we do drugs in dollars.
I mean, like 5,890 ounces. Does that help?
No.
Wait,
No.
so what's I didn't know there was stones.
Yeah, that's our weight.
we do ours in stone, so I'd be 26 stone.
How much is one stone?
Based
I
on
mean,
the
it depends on
rock
if
you
it's
found?
shiny or not, right?
I was like, I'm just thinking of shiny rocks right now.
I feel like
Damn you,
I feel like
Chili.
I'm being punked.
So,
What?
so one pound for 1 stone. So, wait, no, we'll do 1 stone for a pound is 14 pounds.
So
One stone is
okay,
14 pounds.
14
And,
pounds. That's
like,
a
what is
hefty
this-
stone.
Right. What is a stone reference? Like, what was the basis for? Because stones can weigh a lot of different things.
I don't know. That's what we do.
Is that one? What is that one?
Are we circling around to me knowing who has the biggest brassiest balls?
Is that one Sharon stone? Is that one? What is that? What kind of stone? Different stones weigh different amounts.
You know what? Why?
Probably related to that thing where they spin in circles and then throw a rock.
Oh yeah, probably.
Oh,
like a
true.
shot put. It's a shot put.
Well, is it?
It's a,
Yeah.
so, like when they measure things in chocobo power, it's what an average chocobo can produce in power.
CPH.
But is
Chocolate per
that on
pound.
a good day or?
Then again, don't ask me to tell you where the word gallon comes from because I assume it came from some asshole named Gallon who wanted to sound important.
Isn't
So
that what most things are named after?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, why is this the
I thought it was named after the style of walking.
Oh, that could be. Does it have anything to do with the saying "a stone's throw away from here"? I don't know. Listen, I heard that in England, they use the word mossy for mosquito.
Yeah,
Do you?
no,
Mozzie?
no.
Yeah, like
Mozzie.
Mozzie bites.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a thing. Okay, interesting.
That sounds like
What?
a bizarre and
mozzie.
unpleasant dessert.
Well, you say that,
Mossy
but
just sounds like a mothy tree.
I still remember someone that sent me a DM a while back asking me to confirm a British food. And
Yes.
they did not believe it was a real food. And I'm
That-
not talking
was that-
about, spotted dick.
Was that a Scalia asking you about whipped cream?
Yeah, she was asking what we called whipped cream.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah. Get this, Serena. Listen to this. Listen. This is what how they say whipped cream.
yeah, you go to the shops and you grab a can of squirty cream.
Yeah, squirty cream.
Of what?
What?
Squirty cream.
Squirty
Did you
cream.
say squirty?
Yeah, squirty cream.
Yeah, squirty cream.
Squirty cream.
Squirty cream. Oh,
Yeah, you
well, I
shake
have a
can,
new name
squirty cream.
for it.
I
I'm going
think
to only call that now.
I
That's
used
what we're
to
gonna-
always like when I get home from like work because obviously I did nights because obviously bouncer. I used to actually
Yeah,
grab like,
Martha's
squirty cream and
correct.
do that and just
Yeah.
put it in my mouth and squeeze it. It was lovely. A couple
I
of
used to
sprinkles.
do
Well,
the
some
same
people
thing.
do quite enjoy that. So,
Yeah.
Quite nice.
a squirty cream.
I made a bet with someone that I could survive on nothing but squirty cream for about a month once.
I mean, it could. It's got protein in it, so you're fine.
Yeah.
how'd
I
that
sure
go?
did. I made it like 2 weeks before I started getting dizzy.
Okay, for people in chat, that's the
Now, was that
definition
based on the
of-
diet or just in
stone.
general?
Yes.
There it is.
Okay,
I-
Paul has
I'm
actually
still
found
thinking-
the real. Okay, let me give my most poshest accent or whatever. even though I can't do voice acting. In the 14th century, England's exportation of raw wool to Florence necessitated a fixed standard. In 1389, a royal statute fixed the stone of wool at £14 and the sack of wool at 26 stones. Trade stones of variant weights persist, such as the glass stone of £5.
And that's why we weigh stuff in stones.
Oh. You know what? People make fun of us for the damn imperial system. We don't have that.
Way things in stones. Listen, we're talking about stones. My brain is still thinking about squishy cream.
Yeah, I'm not going to get
Yeah,
past squirty cream anytime soon.
I don't.
Just because-
How?
Look, just
There
because
must
you
be
want
a
Who
lot.
decided?
There must be a lot of very disappointed people in England that did not
Look.
purchase what they thought they were purchasing.
Look, all I can say is imagine the person that's come over and said, "Why am I going to get my squirty cream with my spotted dick?"
Like,
Wait, what was that other one? With their what?
Spotted dick?
what the is that?
It's a dessert. It's a bread pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get it's spotted what?
Dick.
Spotted dick.
Spotted dick. So
Yeah.
let me get some squirty cream on my spotted dick. Like
Yeah.
that's just something people say and you don't think about it. Like that's just
No,
like
just a dessert.
it's just a dessert. It's a dessert to me too, but like we have a different definition of this dessert.
Yeah, we charge 10,000 gil for that in the brothel. I got news for you.
Yeah, like I just
Oh, whoopsie. Oh, yeah.
Also, if it's spotted, you need to see a doctor.
yes.
That's not going in me.
I mean,
I'm gonna
it
look at
depends
it
on the
and be
nature. Like, I mean, if it's just like skin coloration,
Like if it's just some like vitiligo, then whatever.
Yeah, listen, sure. If it's a freckle or
yeah,
something,
that
that's fine,
fancy
but
word.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm not stupid, I promise.
I say you promised me you were a bimbo.
I'm a bimbo.
Oh,
I
okay.
did not. I don't know what that word is. What does that word mean? Anyways, we're gonna get some squirty cream on a spotted dick, and I'm gonna live a happy life.
We should bring that up on a raid night.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we are. Yes.
They're gonna lose their minds.
I'm
So-
writing this down for Tuesday right now.
Yeah. So Serena and I also raid. We're currently working our way through E12S, and our raid group is unique. They are they're
As
quite,
unique as you three?
no, I'd say they're pretty different than us. They're more. They're not more appropriate. That's not the word I'm looking for. They're more
Laid back.
psychotic, insane,
Oh, yeah.
crazy, especially
look at
Corgi.
me. I like
Yeah,
that. I like
they're-
being insane.
yeah, exactly like you. Actually, you would fit in very well in our raid group. Actually,
I would just like to point out that what this means for anyone who hasn't put two and two together on this one is that somehow out of that entire group, Moogle Go Round managed to invite the sanest people.
yeah, the same
So
people.
the train wreck, the beautiful, wonderful train wreck that this episode has been, would have been so much worse if their aim were a little bit to the left.
Oh man,
Oh.
Yeah.
And someone just
I mean,
suggested
story
we
of my
need
life.
chili in the hot tub. No, you don't. No, nobody needs to see that.
Oh, we'd all like to see chili in a hot tub.
Yeah, Chili in a hot tub with a penguin suit. Chili, that's
Yeah,
1,000 right there.
Hot
For
tub
any-
meta.
For anyone that knows, there was a stream with Mione yesterday. Go check out Team Whiskers if we're still even allowed to be part of it. Because we're getting close to 1,000 followers, I've been told that because he found like a penguin named Chili at Sainsbury's, and he's like, "Okay, Chili, you're gonna have to wear a penguin suit if you reach 1,000 followers." So I kind of agreed. So if we reach 1,000 followers, there's gonna be a live stream of me in a penguin suit.
With
Oh.
poop hat on.
Now, when you say penguin suit,
An actual penguin.
An actual penguin? You're going to skin a penguin? Wait. Peter, don't come
Hold
after
on.
me.
I think we need to have a discussion.
No, that
Yeah.
would, I don't know where I'd find a penguin that big if I was doing that, for one thing. If I did
think-
find a penguin
Yeah,
that big, I would be scared. I would be running from that penguin.
Penguinzilla on the move.
Don't worry. A penguin of that size, you'd never see it coming.
I've seen a penguin suit chili in a hot tub. It sounds interesting. It just sounds like like a fetish that most of you have apparently on the channel.
Penguins do like water.
Yeah, I'm not about to kink shame here. I'm here for the chili penguin fetish.
You know, if we were based on the other side of the ocean, we would have just called ourselves the Spotted Dick Cast at this point, wouldn't we?
Oh my gosh. Without a doubt, we would be the Spotted Dick Cast. Instead, now we're just the
squirty cream.
Well, I mean,
squirty cream cast.
I like the squirty cream. Squirty cream.
Yeah, if you know anyone called Richard, just call him Dick because that's what it's short for.
Yeah.
Yes, that we do have
That
over here.
I do know that.
Yeah, we got that one.
It was the Spotted Richard, but they just call it Dick. And then they tried to change it, but nobody wanted to change it. So,
I mean, even the
'Cause why
Spotted
would you?
Richard sounds kind of,
Was that named after King Richard?
no
No,
idea.
it's some guy called Richard. It's some guy called Richard who found the recipe for Spotted Dick or made the recipe for Spotted Dick.
I love it.
Penguins
see,
change
I just-
slow flippers, please.
See, I just think like Mione and everyone on Team Whiskers and all our viewers just has a chili fetish. They just
Look.
want to make chili do stuff.
We all know that if you force me to do something that's punishing, that's when we
You
get
do.
viewers.
I just sit back and I'm just like, yeah, do I feel like a pimp now? Like, am I just making the money from his service? It's just like,
Chili, go do Diadem, be in the top 10. Chili, go do Baldessian Arsenal. Chili, go do Penguin
it's just-
Suit.
yeah. See, I don't have to do anything.
Chili, you're
it's
what
my
we
fault. I always consent.
Chili, you're what
so-
we in the business call a
Too
proper
submissive.
sub.
Yeah, too submissive.
Yeah,
Submissive
just
and
like the
breathable.
button down below on this Twitch channel. Look,
Yes,
I've got to
you are
hold
both
myself out at least a bit.
You are both submissive and breedable, something that me and Serena are both fond of.
This raises concerns about Serena's son being a Gube.
Yeah, Serena's son is a Gubu Sproutling, and it does
His
open
name
up
is
some
Mr.
interesting-
Gubu-san.
right. We're more
Please.
concerned about who's the father.
I found him.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Was that after 19 months you found him?
No.
Oh
I
my.
promise you.
Oh my.
I promise you.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
you all right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I
we all have a show
appreciate
that we have to
very
get prepped
much.
for.
That is true.
We
But
got
before
our
we close
hour.
out,
So
I would really love to mention that I find it incredibly hilarious that in the midst of all of this, Streamlabs is choosing to advertise someone else's stream.
oh, that was me. I did that.
Streamlabs is like, hey, maybe don't be here. Be somewhere else right now.
Oh, I love the idea that Twitch just listens to like 5 minutes of us and is just like, you know what? Go listen to anybody else.
I mean, we get that a lot, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I presume we will as well.
people, I have the problem with the fact that I guess I'm the better word. I don't know, slut. But I've been on so many different podcasts that I often get people like I've got a message recently in game asking when will I make more work to game content, and I'm like, that's not me. I've been on it a few times, but that's not me.
Yeah,
And
Chili,
what
make
about-
more content?
And one
Go
of
on,
our
Chili.
best friends, I met them because we were in the Alliance raid, and I was shouting out saying, "Hello, people! Hope everyone is doing well in Alliance chat." And then someone responded with, "Wait, are you Chili from Shit Podcast?"
Oh. It's always fun being mistaken for the wrong show. I know Escalia used to tell me she'd get mistaken for being on Aetherite.
One day, maybe.
One day you'll be noticed for Moogle Around, Chili. Oh wait, no, you did get noticed for Moogle Around, where you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to the Amelia tour. Oh, what for Moogle Around? No, for PlayStation Unchained, guys, come on. Read, goddammit, read. I know you're Final Fantasy players, but please read. Don't be like the party finder. Read.
And yes, I am blushing. I've been blushing most of this podcast. I'm so happy I don't have the camera on because I would just be bright red. But it's been fun.
Well,
I've enjoyed it.
We aim to please.
And I'm
I've never
very
heard
pleased.
of a chili tomato.
I mean, chili's often red, so.
Yeah, true.
You know what? So, words.
At this
Are you
point,
going to be okay?
at this point, I was refusing to talk just because I wanted to hear how long he was going to stumble over that.
I would love to say thank you so much to our guests, though. Seriously, it has been a pleasure to having you all on.
Well, thank you so much. We have thoroughly enjoyed our time. We have thoroughly demeaned and degraded the quality of your show, and we have thoroughly introduced our personal brand of deviancy and degeneracy to your audience. So we're quite thrilled.
Do you want to shout a little plug?
Yeah, of course. So you can follow us on social media. You can follow the podcast at Wolcast XIV, WOLCAST XIV. You can follow me on Twitter at Escalia, ESKALIA, and you can follow Serena at Purple Goth Zayla. And of course, you can follow Jiraku Drake at Jiraku Drake. If you're looking forward to checking out the podcast when it releases, the first episode, the pilot episode, I should say, will be coming out later this month, and November the 14th will be the debut of episode 1 of the Warriors of Lust podcast. You can check that all out at warriorsoflustpodcast.podbean.com.
Sponsor us. I'm talking about
You
Podbean,
should
by the
just
way.
end the recording with the statement, sponsor us.
Look, I've got like 2 accounts I pay to Podbean, so.
Every time, I'm telling you, cut the check, Podbean. Let's go.
Yeah.
Viagra sponsor, let's go. Oh, no, we don't. Listen to our show. You won't need Viagra.
Yeah, but still, the sponsorship is sponsorship.
That gasp.
That's true. We'll take the. That's it. We'll take the money. We're not above selling out. We sell our bodies regularly.
I'll take the money.
I will sell out the instant I am given the opportunity, just to be clear.
I look forward to being able to sell myself for more than just Gil.
Oh my.
Are you talking about food? Wait.
Among other things.
I mean, to be fair, I would suck dick for a good chicken sandwich. Like, not gonna fucking lie.
I have sucked dick for a good chicken sandwich.
Can that be the podcast title?
I would suck dick for squirty creamy.
I feel like then we would get banned. I feel like that would be.
You have to swallow the spotted dick to get the squirty cream.
We have to get. I have to have some
Twinkie.
spotted dick with some squirty cream on top. You know, that's what I want.
If I ever get to England,
Jump on
I'm
the
doing
tip.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. And now we got the chat saying ooh woo, so it's time for us to wrap up.
You know what? You know, I'm going to say it if no one else has said it yet. Yeah, that's great. Ara, ara.
Oh god.
No. If you want to do big sister voice, ara ara.
Ara, ara.
Ooh. Or you just do it really like breathy as well, and you're like ara ara.
There you go.
Fine, I'll try.
Serena's got that big sister chops going on.
Ara, ara.
Japanese.
Did that work? Is that okay? Ara, ara.
There we go. You're getting there. It's It's supposed to be very teasing. It's as if to say, no, you naughty boy is what you're trying to convey. So ara ara.
Ara, ara.
Get me locked down in the basement. Help.
We'll get you there.
The dentist.
All I heard in my ear was, "Get me locked in the basement," and I just want to.
Listen, being locked in the basement can be a wonderful and fun time so long as you consented to be down there first.
They've only gave me vodka. Send help.
Oh.
No food. I'm now hungry.
When I used to do like 5 podcasts a week, people used to joke saying I was in like a basement just with a microphone recording.
5 podcasts a week, you psychopath.
Now he does 3.
I only do 3.
Oh, is that all? I mean,
He does 3. And reviews
I guess
games.
it's okay if it's your full-time gig, but good lord.
Oh.
It is his full-time gig. It's amazing. I'd love it. But then again, I'm dastardly dumb.
I'm not dead, Wobbsy. I can't be fed on Butterfingers. We had the no nut story earlier, okay?
Come on. No nuts. Yeah, we need
that's
we need
the
that
opposite of
emo
what
guy in
happened.
Texas chili, right? I think that's,
anyway,
I think that's wonderful.
Let's wrap up.
Who we
Someone
wrapping
has
up? Which
to,
one first?
right?
Which one first? We've got
So
3 to pick off. Which one we're wrapping up?
I think we. Any last shout outs before we end? Any last statements, shout outs?
I think we'll just say that we're very much looking forward to performing and entertaining for all of you for a long time to come. If you listened to the show tonight and you thought to yourself, well, that was terrible, I wouldn't listen to the show because it's probably not going to be much better than that. But if you listened to the show tonight and you thought, hey, you know what, those 3 were pretty decent, I enjoyed, I got a couple laughs out of it, and I want to hear both some more ridiculous lewd conversations and some really important conversations to the ERP and RP community in Final Fantasy XIV, then you're going to want to tune in and check out our show when it kicks off, starting with the pilot later on this month and when the show kicks off proper in November.
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to believe that there was anyone that listened to this episode and wasn't cackling as hard as I was towards the end.
Well, fingers crossed. We'll see if anyone downloads it.
Don't worry, I'm sure everyone will.
Okay.
I
love it.
Everyone will 4 times. Because the first 3 times, they'll be laughing so hard, they'll accidentally delete the files.
Yes, subscribe, jack off, and finish up.
Don't forget to clean up.
That is true. They would need to delete it just for the cleanup purposes.
So what you're saying is spank the like button.
Yes, spank the like button. says get a free jug of lube with each download.
We make no pledge that that's true, but you can get yourself a new jug of lube with every download if you want.
And in fact, we would recommend it.
I'm too cheap to cover that.
Spank the like button, fondle the notification, and subscribe.
Get it? It's subscribe.
Subscribe.
Auto subscratio.
Why does that get me? Fondle the like button. Why does that get? Why? I can definitely say that we're not going to be on Team Whiskers no more.
Yeah, thanks for all the
find us near our nearest dumpster fire. That's where we'll be. I'll be homeless. Chili will still be doing podcast
I didn't know
stuff.
we're a Maelstrom Radio.
What Maelstrom Radio doing? Are they homeless?
You said dumpster fire. That's their logo,
yeah.
Right?
That's where the hobos go around to warm their hands.
Well, presuming they don't think better of it, we're actually appearing on Maelstrom Radio. We're going to be on their show.
Oh, good. So we'll meet them there.
We'll see you there.
Yeah, we're going to be on their show on the 5th of November, I believe it is.
And it'll be a much better show than this one.
I mean, if anyone's going to watch, they're losing their no nut November right there, right then.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to ruin it for everybody.
I've lost already, and it's not even November.
Yeah, but see, we're allowed to, so technically we didn't lose.
Yeah, but it lasted so long that it's already... Yeah, anyway.
It's going to be ejaculating all the way till November. Jesus Christ.
Remember, no, not November. Where
The 5th of November. Oh, yeah. God.
I can't remember the song now, otherwise I'd make it lewd. But anyway...
remember the 5th of November, Gunpowder Treason and Plot. There is no good reason for this Gunpowder Treason to ever be forgotten.
Okay.
I saw V for Vendetta too.
Same.
Good movie.
I watched it a little bit too much.
But
Both
yeah,
vivacious and vexing.
I want to Paul, have you got any shout-outs before we wrap up?
Other
We
than
should have
this
wrapped
has
up at the
been
start, to
very...
be honest, but you know what I mean.
Should have been. Yeah, should have. I don't know why I was about to say, yeah, I'll give you an 18+ warning now, where I should have said that at the start. But
There's a big 18
Sorry.
sign on the podcast, and I've said,
yeah, I thought it was an added touch. I thought it was a very added touch.
If you want, I can give you a soundbite to edit in at the start of the podcast. That's just me talking mad shit on how this is definitely not
sure,
for children.
I can do that if you send me the file.
I will do that for you.
Okay.
If there's anything Jiraku is willing to do, it is talk mad shit.
I am
And
the
edge
best
people.
at it.
And edge people. That is true. He will do that.
And
well.
the edging.
Our sound. Do we want that to be cut and use the sub sound?
I mean, that's got to be a sub sound, right? It's actually more of a Dom sound, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean, when they subscribe,
I don't know. If your sub Ara's at you, you have to, like, I don't know, spank her, right?
Shall be a
I think at that point you
Teach her how to do it
reevaluate the
correctly.
situation.
Yeah, if your sub starts Araing at you, I don't think she's your sub.
No. Well, this has been Moogle Go Around.
Oh, well, I've just ejaculated. I've just ejaculated all over my screen.
This has
Thank
been
you,
Moogle Go Around
Phoenix.
episode
Thank
130.
you, Phoenix, for gifting 20 tier 1 subs.
What?
I'm coming out of all orifices.
Oh my god. Thank you, Phoenix, for those gifted subs. And you've gifted 55 in the channel. So, you know what? I know we don't normally do, also, why didn't that start Up Train? That's weird. We have it on lowest possible one.
No, maybe Twitch is trying to tell us something.
So, I want to say thank you. Congratulations to Dragon Kick, Espress Panda, Mr. Squex, Malik Star, Mighty Zekan, Ryan Hart, Dolvik, Dark Flux. I'm just going to call you Eureka. X Cloud Haze XX 420 Phi Lesser, Julia Tank, Jukebox Panda, Mr. Voldus, Myron Frydanker, Karg Bunkle University, KJ Gaming, CO Moore, FXIV, Wobsy, and Paul, our co-host.
Yes!
Gift sub.
God, I started my own channel. Let's go.
Thank you so much for that, love. So yeah, we started talking about paying for services, and we've ended paying for services. So I think it's gone full circle, and that's where we got to end it. A shout out to everyone that's in the chat room. You can follow us on twitch.tv/Moogle Go Around Radio. Also, go check out the Warriors Lost podcast. We'll put the link in the description. An interesting podcast. I'm really looking forward to listening to.
We promise it'll be like any other you've heard.
Well,
just listen.
Just listening to.
Nothing else.
Wobsy's now dancing in your penguin outfit.
The good thing about listening is headphones don't require hands to keep on.
That's true.
Exactly.
But seriously, thank you so much for our guests. I had a wonderful time. And thank you to everyone in this chat. This has been Moogle Go Around episode 130. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter, blah, 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 on socials. But goodbye, everyone.
Didn't get that one out. Bye.
Bye.